Welcome to Spielberg for another exciting Formula One race. This circuit is renowned for its backdrop, surrounded by natural beauty, and it certainly is an idyllic destination for the Austrian Grand Prix. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill of turn 3. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Piastri, Norris, Isaac Hadjar and Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Colapinto and Arvid Lindblad, Sainz, Albon, Esteban Ocon and Lawson, Gasly, Behrman, Sergio Perez and Fernando Alonso, Bortoleto, Bottas, Hülkenberg and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me, a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
No rain expected for the time being. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. power units this year, you'll want to lift and coast more than you might have done before. And sometimes the fastest way around a track is not always going full throttle. Combine lift and coast into braking with boosting out of corners and see how you get on. Okay, you've got P5, P5. Our gap to first place, 4.1 seconds. Hadge is behind you. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens. Okay, there are 35 laps left in this race. Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. Okay, so remember, when you get within a second, you'll get access to extra power from the hybrid system in overtake mode. Okay, we've lost a position, that's us down a place. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Boost mode is available now. P7 now, P7. Okay, gap to leader, 10.0 seconds. Okay, Hadger's ahead of you. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.8 seconds. Okay. The car behind started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it. The car ahead is a second a lap faster than you. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.8 seconds. And you've got P7, 7th place. And gap to the car in front, 1.6 seconds. Okay, that's Hadja just ahead of you. Push hard. Charles is behind you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. The distance to the leader, 11.3 seconds. Don't want to see you two take each other out. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, your pit window opens next lap. We're going to box this lap, push hard on the in-lap.
Okay, well, thanks, mate.
Mercedes drivers just completed a pass for the lead. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. Come on! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, one stop to go, just one stop left in this strategy. Right, okay, last lap, 1:20.0. true place here. They've pitted as well, so we've got to warm up our tyres and get the most out of it. Come on. Car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres. Hadja ahead. Okay, gap ahead, 3.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. We think they've got one more stop. P9, you're running P9, keep going. Okay, so gap to the leader, 20.7 seconds. Okay, Hadja's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car in front, 3.2 seconds. That's Albon behind you. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. Okay, 22 laps left. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about. your teammate ahead, 8.2 seconds. We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. That's 8th place, you're in 8th place. Okay, that's Hadja just ahead of you, push hard. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 7.1 seconds. Albon behind. Our gap to first place, 21.2 seconds. Your pit window opens in 5 laps time, 5 laps. Okay, 18 laps to go. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 7.4 seconds. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Good pace, you're catching the car in front by about a second a lap. You're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 7.3 seconds. Here's some information on Hulkenberg. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Yep.
The car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound. You should be feeling the effects of some tyre wear soon, so stay on your toes. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Charles is in for his stop now. Charles is in the pits. Running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Currently P11, Okay, gap to leader, 29.9 seconds. Okay, that's Bearman ahead. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 11.2 seconds. Okay, Bortoletto behind. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. And 11 laps to go. And gap to the car in front, 9.2 seconds. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. The car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres. The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now. Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. Okay, gap ahead, 7.5 seconds. You sat in P8, well done. The distance to the leader, 29.2 seconds. Hadja ahead. Okay, gap to the car in front, 6.9 seconds. Albon behind. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. And that's 8 laps to go. Car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 6.9 seconds. Tyre condition still looking good. Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position. Okay mate, boost mode if you need it. Boost mode if you need it. That's 8th place, you're in 8th place. Okay, so gap to the leader, 32.6 seconds. Okay, Hadger's ahead of you. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 6.5 seconds. That's Albon behind you. Your pit window's now open, pit window is open. Come on, just 3 laps to go, 3 laps. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.2 seconds. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far. Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Top one, guys, but still got some points. Thank you for the continued efforts. Super proud of you. So let's keep pushing.
And here he comes. It's all go, go, go for Lando Norris as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
To witness such mastery of these conditions, these changeable conditions that we saw today, is very impressive indeed. So a huge congratulations to this driver for taking victory today.
There's room for 3 on their podium, but only ever 1 right at the top. Let the celebrations begin. He raises the trophy over his head. Lando Norris, head and shoulders above the rest today.